we have made it up to reincarnation level 5. We've had 2 fails so far, but it is time for us to once again hit the wheel and see what we're going into the next run with. And it's gonna be the bunny. We got Towel on the way. Remove the bunny. Remove bunny. We're getting closer. So the bunny does lots of rapid fire stuff. We're going to do probably another weapon run. I feel like Skilled Trick is really good for this. I don't know if we should do that twice. This is going to be very different from the last one, though. The last one was very primary skilled based. This one is going to be another weapon based one. So even though it's going to use the same spiritual blessing at the start, it's going to play very differently from the last one. So I think I'm fine with that. We love the bunny. Let's go ahead and shapeshift into our bunny form. And since we are pink in game, let's do our void element. And for those of you that haven't noticed, I did make an elemental shape-shifting transformation. Look at this. We lose our color. And then we are infused with the element. Ah, there we go. Void bunny activate. So what would we like? We don't care for flying swords dealing extra damage. I'm not going to use swords out that much. I think we're going to go for a general thing. We could go copycat. Copycat's good for her because we're already just going to be rushing through the levels. Yeah, I think we'll go copycat. That's cool. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Oh, a starfly? Game, thank you. Thank you for the starfly. I love the starfly. Look at this little guy up here. Look at this cute little shit up here. Look at him. Adorable. Send it. He's such a good boy. Fucking he gets a little glint in his eye. Look at his murderous intent with the glint in his eye. Every time he shoots to kill, he gets so happy. He's so happy. He's my boy. Alright, when dealing weapon damage, there's a chance to summon flying swords on hit. That's cool. Now, I normally just go with weapon damage runs with the bunny because I think it's more consistent. Her bloom can be fun and the swords out can be fun, but I feel like going for weapon damage with her is really good. She has a lot of sustainability. She has a lot of ways to keep ammo in the magazine, so you can just keep firing, which allows you to do some silly stuff with a couple of inscriptions that have bonuses for going without reloading. So that's why I like doing that. I feel like she can really exploit weapon damage builds. Hey, Batchwitch, welcome in. How are ya? You just missed our reincarnation level 4 run. We're on to level 5 now, and we got to do it with the bunny. We're going for a bunny win. Starfly's a little aggro. This guy, before you're even loading in, he's already starting shit with everyone around him. He loves starting shit. Alright, give me a scroll. We love advanced joggers. Thank you, game. What do we got over here? A cannon? Alright. And if we do take the Starfly into the endgame, the thing I will want to get for our Gemini is the share weapon resource, so that we can have longer amounts of time in his heightened state. Whenever that little bar in the middle of the screen fills up, he will do way more projectiles and damage, I think. When fully charged, enter enhanced mode, consuming energy to increase projectile count and rate of fire. Yes. So he just unloads on him. I'm super happy I'm home because work was way too hot. Yeah. What the hell is with the heat? Are we like, I don't know. Is the climate getting warmer? Or is that just me? I just feel like, based off of all the information I have, I feel like things are trending upwards as far as global temperatures go, but I don't want to speak too soon on it, right? I don't want to sound any alarms or cause any confusion. Marking an enemy causes swords to fly towards it? That's fine. I'm probably never going to activate my primary this entire time. If we're being honest, that's probably how this is gonna go. I keep hitting the wall there. I need the shots to come straight down the hallway. I'm hitting too many on the side. Starfly, please. Buddy, you're hitting the walls too much. Thank you. There we go. The bomb. The bomb. Yep, that was bad. We gotta dive in. We gotta dive into the room. I feel like it's normal for Michigan, aside from that 1 week that was 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's always been consistent 80s or low 90s. Whatever you say. I'll trust you, but I feel like even in the past 5 years, my location data for Indiana has been pretty hot. That's where my my portal for the streams appear is through Indiana. And boy, the heat coming from the portal is pretty impressive. I've been to some plains of fire before. Obviously, pretty hot there. Indiana's getting pretty close to it. Alright. Get under here. Crossbowman, do you want to get into a position so I can actually hit you? Thank you. There we go. Now, if I get a radioactive gauntlet, we're definitely going to do a spore build on this one. I'm going to let you guys know right now. That's how that's going to be. I'm going to take Fountain of Health. We haven't done a spore build yet on the Zero to Hero runs. So I think it would be apt for us to do that on the bunny. Hell, I could probably do a spore build with a Starfly. It's not a terrible idea. It's not the most efficient use of it, but you could probably do it. But I would much rather, because we're not using the skilled trick right now. I would definitely want to get a radioactive gauntlet for a spore build, because that would be the most efficient use of the things that we've taken. Right now, our lovely buddy here, even though he's doing a bang-up job, we're leaving a lot of damage on the table by not having a right-click spam. There we go. Okay, we can start with that. It's not the best around, and something's probably going to keep me down. But let's go. So why is the radioactive gauntlet good for what we're doing? Well, we took skilled trick, which means every time you do the right click for a gun, we get 20% lucky shot, right? And then we have to do this little rhythm game thing in the middle of the screen in order to get the enhanced laser for the radioactive gauntlet. So that means like every half second or so, I'm hitting right click, which means just in the natural use of using the radioactive gauntlet, I'm going to hit that 200% lucky shot, which is fantastic. Now what we need to do is to get a really good shotgun for our secondary, which that's not necessarily a really good one, but it is a shotgun and it has multiple on it. So we can start working towards our spore build. All right. And we should permanently do purple and red numbers to enemies because we're maintaining 200% lucky shot plus whatever other lucky shot bonuses we might have. So I think we're looking pretty good here. This is a pretty nice start to our run. Shield and armor. We can replace inscriptions with a rare one. Nah, I think we'll just take the shield and armor. That's pretty good. When dealing weapon damage, more... Oh, actually, we want more stacks of the heart. even though I'm not going to be shooting out the blades, there is going to be another ascension later on that says we get more stuff for having more stacks. So getting more stacks now is pretty good. What are the spores in this game? It is a Gemini inscription that you can get on guns that says whenever you hit an enemy, you apply 1 stack of spore. And when an enemy reaches 30 stacks, it causes an explosion that deals damage based off of the combined damage of the weapons and their projectile count. So, if you have a combination of very fast shooting weapons, like injectors, like the radioactive gauntlet, then you can apply spores very rapidly. You'll hit that 30 count very fast. And then, if the weapon you Gemini with it is a shotgun, you'll have really good damage and projectile count, so the explosion does more damage. And that's the basis of spore build. And the radioactive gauntlet has a unique feature to it in that it not only shoots really fast, but as long as you're getting this little rhythm game enhancement, it hits 4 enemies. As long as they're close together, the laser will hit 4 enemies at once, which means you can spread those spores to a lot of enemies. Whereas normally with like the rainbow or the other power gloves, you only hit 1 enemy at a time. So while this one is a little bit harder to use because you have to do the rhythm game, it's better because it auto-targets enemies so you never miss, and you hit more enemies at once. So very worth it. I mean, just look at the work we're doing and we don't even have spores online yet. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. For every 10 ammo consumed for the next 3 seconds, increase rate of fire, and there's a 5% chance to recover ammo. This is the kind of ammo maintenance that we're talking about here. The bunny will make it so that we basically don't have to worry about reloading. And the longer we... Oh, and Argus is even better. That's 107 times 13. That's better than the Sunder. So we'll take that. Sorry, Sunder. Even though you were enhanced, you still weren't that good. How does one get good damage fast in Act 1? Knowing the way to exploit stuff. That's about it. Like, right now, this skilled trick of getting Lucky Shot to 200% very quickly is probably the best way to get damage on weapons early on. Otherwise, you're mostly looking at skill damage really early. But even at this, I'm still not protecting this cube perfectly. Skilled trick is a really, really good one for weapon damage early on, but almost anything dealing with skill damage, you can get a general skill that will help with that, and then basically your character's blessing to go with it. So normally what I would do is like armed caster, where you get more skill damage based off of the crit of the weapon you're holding. And then just hold a sniper rifle and then do the Gemini to combine crit. And then your skill damage, even in Act 1, is gonna be so good. That's not the only way to do that, but I find that to be a pretty consistent way to get a lot of skill damage early on. Yeah, you're doing something wrong. What's with the streak at tonight? We aren't really on a streak. We did die on Reincarnation 3. Or 4. We died on Reincarnation 4. Weapon and skill damage helping each other out goes really well with Tau because we want to put our bloom on enemies and have that pop off. So that's good. That works out well. What level of difficulty are you playing on? Because that also, well, I guess... whatever. Forget about it. Forget about it! What are we gonna do here? Electro Dominance. Elemental Rage is gonna work really well for us, because even though we weren't stacking elemental damage specifically, we are using an elemental weapon, and we want to do extra damage to them, so that works out well for us. Weapon and skill damage with movement speed. We don't... Oh, with every dash. We are dashing a bit. Yeah, that sounds fine to me. Now, for the Blades Out, we don't need to do a lot for Blades Out. We don't need... Well, Flying Sword damage is pretty good. I'm not going to cast Swords Out, so that's never going to matter. And we're not going to cast it, so that's not going to matter. Okay, that's good. Now, anything else we specifically want? If we just found a better radioactive gauntlet, that'd be good. But for right now, we're just going to enhance this up to 5 and etch it. And reforge to plant spore. There we go. You always told me to play on the hardest difficulty I have available. So I only ever play on night. Yeah, that's what you should do because you'll get the most out of that. All right, we got to get close. Oh, that is not a lot of damage. I'm gonna get over here to this rock. Oh, you're doing those? I have the perfect weapon for... Oh no! That really fucking sucks. I'm stuck on the rock. Oh, my damage is so bad. So I tried to back away from his big ground slam, but there was a rock behind me. And that means I not only got hit by the slam, but also when the rocks explode, they did damage. Oh, both of those got hit. That's great. So it was a double whammy of bad stuff right there. Because if you're too close to him when he slams the ground, you'll get hit. And when the rocks explode, they do damage. Like that. Oh, great. I don't want to die to the golem if I could. Oh, I am out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. Fantastic. That's a great way to start. Love that. I can't spend at all. Oh my god, that sucks. I ran out of ammo mid-fight. I felt like I was doing nothing to him. Okay. Anyway. What could we do to really pump this up? Extra weapon damage for remaining ammo in the magazine? That could be good. Because the magazine on the radioactive gauntlet is pretty big. We could do the revealer to start with because we can get our trick shot going on that. I'm not gonna say I played that perfectly. That one was a lot of my fault for getting hit early on by that. I shouldn't have put myself in the position there, but I really thought my damage was gonna be better than that. Mortal guys this early on, could you, like, fuck off? Could you just, like, pick up a big bag of fuck and just go off? The amount of immortal guys they throw at you in reincarnation is just kind of dumb. Alright, so see how I'm already doing a lot of damage? That's because of the skill trick. That's because of the blessing I have that gives you 200% lucky shot just for using the right click on a weapon. And you can see, even though I'm like getting crit hits on them, I'm still having to hit multiple hits. There we go. Preemptive strike. I don't know if we're gonna end up in a situation where I get the radioactive gauntlet that early again. We got it off a peddler, which isn't too bad. It would have been nice to get like a single crafty man before that, so I could have possibly gotten Spore Build online at that point. If anything, probably could have gotten a couple levels on the radioactive gauntlet beforehand, but whatever. Let's try not to focus too much on the last one. At least we lost early, so we didn't waste too much time. But it was really disappointing how little I did. Okay, so each stack of Bladeheart summons an additional flying sword. Doesn't matter. Enemies marked by Fatal Bloom take 20% damage. That's good for us. We are marking them with Bloom. We're doing that. Yeah, I just explained how that works with the Lucky Shot doing this. Spearman, why are you like strafing off to the side? Fuck you. Fuck you, Beetles. Dormant bullets. Okay, so that gives us damage at the start of the clip and at the end of it. That's okay. What? Alright, that's where our first down is on this run. I'm very mad about that. And there goes my shield again. How did that guy do so much damage? I'm upsetty. My spaghetti, I'm upset. That guy just really dropped me instantly. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna say this one more fucking time. At the beginning of the run, I took the Spiritual Blessing Skilled Trick. Skilled Trick says every time you use a weapon skill, you get 20% Lucky Shot chance for 10 seconds, up to 10 stacks. A weapon skill is almost always the right click on a weapon. So for any of the ones where you look down sights, that is giving you 1 stack of it down there. See that? See how it says 1? And then when I let go, it gives it another 1. So every time I do this, I'm giving myself more stacks of it. So when I just sit here and spam this, that's giving me 200% Lucky Shot. At 100% Lucky Shot, you're guaranteed to do double damage. At 200% Lucky Shot, you're guaranteed to do triple damage. Then, if you have any other additional Lucky Shot, like that one, I can have the possibility to do quadruple. So you're seeing me do blue or purple damage with occasional reds in there because of that. Please. Bomb, guys. That Lightning Kasana only has 2 inscriptions and both of them are exclusive. That's insane. That's insane to see in Act 1. If I was going for a sniper build, That's pretty sick. Anyway. Doesn't matter. I'll put it in my pocket for now, but it does nothing for us. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. For every stack of Blade Heart, you increase weapon and skill damage. So, we like that. Because I'm never using my primary ability, the Blade Heart. As long as I leave that stacked up, I'll do more weapon damage. Now, can we get a radioactive gauntlet or something along those lines? That was great shooting on my part. I'm just gonna blow that up before I fall on it. An immortal beetle. Thanks for your effort. Excuse me. What's in the box? Get a normal scroll. Blow up that barrel. Oh, that's a lot of boys with crossbows. Crossboys. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Bombers. Just let them sit over there and make their spooge puddles. I'll be over here. I'm not dealing with your spooge puddle nonsense. Or maybe I am. I am apparently spooge puddling it up right now. That guy hitting me in that room. So tilted. So tilted by that. Whoa! What? Why am I taking so much damage? My damage resistance is still positive. I'm not taking like a multiplier here. I've already taken one shield up as well. I don't feel like I should be taking this much damage. Alright, Peddler, please have a gauntlet for me. A laser glove. Wait a second. Did I already get Masterful Craftsmanship? I did. Okay. I'm dumb. I'm dumb and full of dumb. We could start working on this. I'm gonna get the Argus. And I'm going to get this laser glove, then refresh. Okay. Oh, there's not a right click on it though. There's not a right click on either of these. Fuck. There's a right click on that, but that doesn't really help. There's a right click on the Kasana. Okay. I could do the right click on the Kasana. I need to have the Argus. Swap those. The laser glove, I would love to have you. Sorry, I bought you and then immediately dumped you. I can enhance, 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 etch. You've already got spores on you, fantastic. Did I do a vault in this area? I don't remember. I don't remember doing one. Alright, Link.zip, thanks for stopping in. I hope you had a good time. Hope to see you again soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Elsa, what's up? Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a pretty good day. I'm having a couple of rough runs, but I think I should have expected to have a couple losses. We are operating on not a full talent stack, and I'm used to operating. Oh, it was right behind me at the very beginning. Unbelievable. You like my color? We're Void Bunny right now because I'm playing as Tao. I am a bunny at the moment. And she's a pink bunny that has pink swords and flowers. So I was like, you know what? That makes sense. Thank you for the buns. Giant Slayer is very nice for this as well. Okay. Okay. So we've got one more room to really get things situated. Some sort of fast shooting weapon that we have a spammable right click on is what we need. If it's not the radioactive gauntlet, what are some other options? We could do the rainbow. The rainbow, we could shoot out the little tracker multiple times and then exit the trackering. That would be fine. What's another thing? Oh, you got a dog getting the dental bone? We love that. Big numbers, big numbers. Elite fight? Do I do the elite now? I think I wait on that. I'm dead. Can you game over faster? Thank you. Oh, this is rough. Yeah, I lost 60 out of that. I can't spend on anything. Go in. 3 runs on the bunny. This is rough, bud. This is rough, bud. I haven't been able to spend on my talents because I gotta spend on this. Overconsumption to save the day again. It's cheap. It's accessible. This has a right click on it. I'm not going to be able to spam it a lot, but we have it. We can do it. I'm just going to go in the vault right away, try to get a weapon drop. We didn't get one, but that's fine. Flowing wind, keep going. We just gotta keep moving. Keep moving. The stacks of skilled trick go away very quickly. You have to throw out your right clicks as often as possible to really take advantage of that. What was that? Oh, I love a concealed ammo. Concealed ammo works really good for this. Boom! 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 Haha! Now, I gotta keep the stacks up. We need to keep the stacks up, or else this gets really ammo inefficient. So we gotta go. We gotta keep moving. Please load faster. Oh, well, you did not load fast enough. Alright, go, go, go. We got 4 stacks. There we go. Keep going. Please, load faster. I'm gonna lose my stacks. I'm gonna run out of ammo at this rate. Okay, if you don't know how the concealed ammo works, whenever you right-click, you just empty the entire magazine as an explodable grenade. So you do a lot of damage with it, but it uses your entire magazine to deal the damage. So, not the most ammo efficient unless you're one-shotting everything. In which case, it's a little more ammo efficient, but it could be rough. Hitting the enemy marked with Fatal Bloom will deal 100% base weapon damage to up to 2 enemies. It's not going to matter on our fast hitting, but we can reduce their movement speed and damage dealt by hitting them. That's pretty good. Just going to make a Quizlet of gamer terminology of this game. I mean, I guess so. Alright, this is a place where we can keep at max stacks pretty easy. Because we're gonna have a constant stream of guys coming in. Improved clip, that's pretty good. Lightning Blast has a spammable right click, so that could work out pretty well for us. Its damage overall is pretty meh though, so I'm gonna switch off of that. Deafening Mortar can be good because if you right click, you shoot multiple shots and each one of them counts as it. Yeah, I'm gonna switch. There we go. That should keep those stacks up pretty well. I'm gonna drop that. What do we got here? Search a scroll. That doesn't matter. Mid-air strike matters. There we go. And fuck you. Get rid of that guy. With our primary shot, we are losing a lot of ammo. Let's run forward and grab some stuff. We could also use skills, that's true. You're so right for that. Just because I'm doing weapon damage doesn't mean I can't also do that. We gotta right click to keep our stacks up. Oh, never mind, the portal's down. Okay, we definitely don't want the sword. Asunder doesn't have a right click. Both of these don't really have spammable right clicks. For this, restoring ammo to the magazine is going to be real nice for us. That's going to keep us pretty well set. For this, here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep our stacks up by using the rocket, the mortar. And then once we're at max stacks again, like that. Oh no! Oh no! The bomber spawned on me. I wasn't expecting it. Alright, it is Horsehead. That's unfortunate. Touch the shield, back off. I'm gonna let him do something else. Touch the shield, back off. Could you all stop spawning? Alright, we should just be able to pluck them and finish them off. Jesus Christ, there's like 7 waves of dudes that spawn in. Start of hour, you all don't have right clicks. Oh, I'm freaking. I'm freaking, bro. I'm losing my shit. I love greedy choice. Thank you. I'll take that. Okay. We once again find ourselves at the end of Act 1 without our setup really in the position where we want it. Oh, we're not at the end. Okay. I have a crafty man that should be an elite fight. Please have something good for me. Against the Flow's great. Vindictive Nature's great. None of you have right clicks. The Revealer does, so I guess I'll take that over this. But I'm still gonna use you for dealing with waves of enemies. Excuse you? I'm not playing online. Why am I rubber banding? Did you see that? Give me... I like jumped down from here and then it rubber banded me back up. That was super weird. A brick doesn't matter either. Alright, so now that I have this, I can get all my stacks without having to shoot... excuse me, can I talk to you? Yeah, we'll recover. I hate that trap being there. Alright, ammo keeps getting recovered to the magazine on kill. We love that. Okay. Frenzied Shark still doesn't do it for us. Sorry, you guys are gonna get stuck with an ad again. There we go. That's pretty good. A lightning Kasana with some lucky shot on it. I think I like having this for clearing rooms of enemies. We got an elite fight. That's an opportunity for a couple more weapons. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about this run. Alright, it's just horse head again. That's fine. We're just exploiting all the lucky shot we can right now. We're just using our right click to keep those stacks up, and then when I can, using the left click to spam out damage. I just really don't want like 12 guys spawning in all the time. Regular Thunderclap Glove. We did not get another right clickable thing. We will make it through this though. Do I want all of these? Normal damage from traditional tactic isn't going to matter if I do end up with the radioactive gauntlet. And tactical reload only matters, of course, when we reload. And I'm hoping to get to the point where we aren't reloading. So that's whatever. So instead, I think we're just going to have to depend on our revealer. Should I get some extra levels on it? No, we're gonna see what our peddler has because I might need to spend the money on that. Let's see, some survivability would be nice. And Fire damage doesn't matter. This would help out a bit too, and we're going to get rid of the Flying Sword extra summon, and when using that. Okay. Dual Edge this early on, very nice. The Aura of Venom has a really nice right click on it for getting those stacks out very fast. That's pretty good. Empty bonus would help with that, so I think we could do this. Radioactive Gauntlet. Okay, I don't have a shotgun, so here's what we do. I'm gonna put this in my second slot. Thank you, Expanded Deafening Mortar, for all of your work. Which would be better on this boss? The Revealer doing the weak point damage would be pretty nice. The piercing doesn't matter, but it does do extra damage versus elites and bosses. This one, I can shoot really fast. We could do a decent amount of damage with it. And it's not competing for ammo with our gauntlet, so I think that is the right choice. So, just to make it through this, I'm gonna pump you twice and you once. And we're gonna mostly use this. Hold on, I can stack my right clicks on this without using ammo. Get up to 10 on that. And then we go in. Still not doing a whole lot. Oh, I was used to the reincarnation level 9. It's so much faster on that. Alright. Try not to get hit by things spawning. That's all of our ammo. That's rocks being spawned. Alright, put the bloom on him. Hey, Daddy. Rocks go down. Alright, rocks down. Okay. So we have our radioactive gauntlet. We have masterful craftsmanship, so we might even find a better one later on. What we really need now is to just have a shotgun. We get spore build going. Our life will be fine. Life will be a dream, shabooby booby, and all of that stuff. Oh my gosh. Getting the bunny run started's been rough. Hope I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. We're just having a rough start on the Reincarnation 5 runs with the bunny. Yeah, I can live with that. Oh, I love Evil Devouring Sword, so we gotta take that. And they release a pulse? I hate that. I don't know if I'll actually use Lone Ranger because I think the Radioactive Gauntlet reach is a little bit shorter than that, so I think I have to take Elemental Relic on top of that. 2 elemental things isn't terrible, because again, if we end up with the Radioactive Gauntlet, we'll be fine. I'm just going to take Battle Scarred for survivability, and keep moving. My damage is not looking fantastic compared to a lot of other starts. Overconsumption is already falling off. I'm very concerned by Elite Arsonist still, even more so than before. Let's use our bloom. We should be using it anyway. But using it on meteor dudes is necessary. I know you're over here. There you are. Ooh. This skill damage plus 50%? That's a lot. I'm not doing a skill damage run though, so it doesn't really matter. Replace all inscriptions. Okay. That's pretty good. The crit hit doesn't matter at all, so even if we fail this, I'm not bothered. I'm unbothered by it. We just have to kill enemies with our weapon damage, and that's already what we're doing. Consecutive kills. Oh, hey chest, what do you got? Replace a non-exclusive with an exclusive? Maybe I should wait until after that so I have a chance of maybe changing the crit one into something more useful. Oh shit. I stepped onto that. Oh, we got it? Alright. Cool. Task complete. You now have this crit bonus. You should play this game again. This game is really fun. We're gonna replace this random one. Please replace the crit. It did! Lucky shot when you hit an enemy. That is fantastic. We are looking for lucky shot bonuses, and this radioactive gauntlet just made the team. It's on the final team. You can be our forever gun now. So we should see consistent red numbers now. It shouldn't be purple. As long as we land like a lot of hits in a row, all the numbers should start being red. There we go. I gotta get that sniper out of here. There we go. I like setting up on this side of the map because the arsonists spawn in on the left. And I want to have plenty of space to run from them by going back towards where I came from. And we could use this big pillar in the middle to stop the snipers from harassing us. It's not one shot. This is a very rapid hit. But they should melt pretty quick as soon as we get spores online. We just gotta find a shotgun and we'll be okay. When max HP decreases by 25%, immune to damage for 2 seconds, that is a godsend. We're now just looking for a good shotgun. An Argus, a Wild Hunt, a Hell. Even the Sunder isn't terrible. We're just looking for a shotgun so that we can put spores on it, and then life will be fantastic for us. We're gonna do terrible damage to shields, by the way. If you're wondering why I'm not doing a lot to the boss, it's because I'm doing corrosion damage, and corrosion damage does 25% less to shields and health. But health damage already is usually less than the shields on enemies, the way it just pans out. So now that I'm doing health damage, we'll melt them pretty good. But we just had to eat through that shield first before we could really start seeing the fruits of our labor. The good news is whatever shotgun we should have is 2 exclusives. The bad news is I don't think that's going to help for flat damage stuff most of the time. Elemental Torment is good for us. We do now have our element popping off all the time. I'm gonna backtrack to go to our crafty boy. We're gonna say hello to crafty boy. Now, once we get the shotgun for Spore build, we don't need to upgrade the radioactive gauntlet. Most of the damage we're going to do is going to come from the spores, and the spores combine the damage of the shotgun and the gauntlet together. So I don't need to worry. Oh, it was already 5. Well, that was a waste. Plant Spore. There we go. All we need the radioactive gauntlet for is placing spores on enemies. We do the damage from the shotgun in our backpack. So we will be pumping that shotgun full of stuff. Now, the radioactive gauntlet can still do numbers. We still like seeing the lucky shot and stuff. Oh, thank you for the head pads. And the waterboarding me. Thank you. So all we have to do is get that shotgun and we're pretty well set. As long as we get it before the boss, I'll be happy. If we have to do the Act 2 boss without the Spore build being online, that's gonna be hell. Why am I... Oh, fucking sand traps beneath my feet again. Alright, we do have a crafty man, so we just need the shotgun. Show me a shotgun. Show me shot. Oh, I love this one. This is probably my favorite platforming challenge in the game because I love the zip lines. The zip lines are such a good addition. They should put zip lines in more places than just Act 2. Or have more unique interactables like this. Because this is just good. Hup, 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 hup. I don't think my movement speed's fast enough to clear that gap without taking the little one. Whee! There we go. Overflowing waters? That's really good. Oh, Giant Slayers. So... I'll lose some of my bloom stuff, but I think that's a good use of greedy choice. The extra weapon damage is really good. You only get boulders? You have to be in this bug area. The second, Act 2. This, like, alternate route with the bugs. I don't know what causes it to be available, if it's like the bosses where you just have to clear Act 2 a lot or something, but... I like the bug area, it's cool, but I feel like I get it way too much in comparison to the normal one. And I feel like other acts should also have their own alternatives. I'm sure they're working on it. I don't doubt that. It'd just be nice to have. Still haven't seen a shotgun. Oh, fuck. I hear snipers. I'm backing up. Uh-oh. I heard the sniper charging up, so I had to back off. Where are you? There you are. I gotta say, it's good. It's nice sound design whenever you can hear enemies like that charging up their weapons so that even if you don't see them, you know what's going on. I wish the monks in Act 3 had something like that so you can hear them. there is a sound. There is a sound of like a little whoosh and then like a little splash sound, but it needs to be a bit more noticeable in my opinion. Because it's very easy to not hear it going off, and especially new players will not realize they're constantly spawning in the lanterns. Veteran's nice. That's a bit of survivability. No shotgun yet. We are almost to the boss of Act 2 and I still haven't gotten a shotgun. Bit of a problem, that. Oh god, you split. Oh. An elite fight? We're gonna have to clear the elite gathering before this. Is the exclusive inscriptions just a legendary? Oh yeah, it's just, that's the legendary inscription. Unique inscription, exclusive inscription, orange inscription, that's what that is. It's called an exclusive, inscription, but there are also unique inscriptions that are orange, but they are unique to the weapon that they appear on. That's the only difference there. They still show as an exclusive inscription. But there are generic ones like do extra damage to enemies and elemental effect. That one can show up on pretty much any weapon, I think. Like that one, total damage against enemies and elemental. But this is a unique one that says the grenade will track enemies beyond a certain range. There's no visual difference in that, but that's what it is. Yeah, inflict blinding. See, both of these have that. I feel like there's some things that it's not intentional, it is just translation issues, but you'll see the word, ooh, I love movement speed. I think there's like 1 or 2 places where it'll say unique inscription instead, but I think it's just a translation issue for exclusive. But that's how I rationalized it, is I know that unique inscriptions are unique to weapons and they always show up as orange. Boy, it'd be fantastic if I could get a shotgun. You, my sir. My good sir. I know that guy's behind me, you don't have to tell me. Enhanced elemental relic, sure? No shotguns. No shotguns for me. I'm just not allowed. It's just think about it as exclusive inscription, and if you ever see the word unique, you'll know that they're also talking about exclusive inscriptions. It's like 99% of the time, exclusive inscription is just orange, and that's all that means. Titans, thank you. That's not a shotgun. That's not a shotgun. I'm gonna have to do the elite gathering without it. Good news is, after we beat all the elites, we're gonna kill 3 of them. That means we're gonna get 6 more weapons, so like, we gotta get a shotgun, right? There's no way they wouldn't give us a shotgun. That's a pistol and a sniper. Here, have some of that. I see a sniper and a rifle. That is a I'll take a Sunder. It's technically a pistol, but it works as a shotgun. A deflection shield, that might get me killed. You are a pistol that acts like a shotgun. I will take you for now. I am not pleased with the situation. There's a peddler. There's a peddler and a craftsman. Hold on, hold on. The peddler might save this. Oh my god, why is it so hard to get a shotgun? I just want a shotgun. Alright, enhance and etch. Plant spores. I know I said that you do the damage based off of this, but I really don't want the Sunder to be my go-to weapon, so I'm just gonna put that on there for now. And we're gonna hope that after the boss, we can get a much better shotgun for this. An actual shotgun, not a pistol that pretends to be a shotgun. Thank you. Thank you for the head pats. We're getting some bad RNG on this run, but we also played bad in other places, so this is like my penance, I'm sure. Do you have a shotgun for me? An Argus is a shotgun. An Argus is a wonderful shotgun. Wonderful shotgun, that Argus. Please? I will drop things to sell. I will sell more hydration! They're waterboarding me! So here's what we do. We recycle this, get a little extra money, recycle this, get a little extra money. What's my I might lose some of my necessary ones here, so let's not get rid of that. I need a little bit more money to try to roll this one more time. The lightning shard isn't doing a lot for us, so I can sell that. All right, please roll into spores. Fuck! All right, deflection shield can go. Empty bonus can go. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my shit. I said I'm gonna lose my shit. Said I'm gonna lose my shit. I said I'm gonna lose my shit. Who shit's getting lost? I said I'm gonna lose my shit. I gotta get the spores for this. If I have to take the Sunder, I will, but I really would rather not. Holy shit, thank you. Okay, now we get our stuff. We have Spore Build. So ideally, this should be a pretty fast fight. If you're interested to see the stacks of spores, you'll see a little red circle over the boss's head, and it should rapidly count up to 30 and then cause an explosion. It's actually gonna count up so fast, I wouldn't be surprised if you couldn't actually count it. Never mind. It's a boss, so you don't see that. That's right. Never mind. It would have had to be an elite for us to see that. Okay. Spore build online. We're good. I think the rest of this run should go okay. We just have to not play bad. We just have to play good and we're good. Be good and it's good. Good is good. I'm fine with that. They can have a little bit of healing. That'll be okay to me. This doesn't matter as much. Don't like that, so I'll take this. Elemental Weave is good for a lot of elemental things, but we're already using an elemental weapon. Upgrades costing more fucking sucks, so I don't want that. I'll just take that anyway. Heavy Burden, Sanguine Relic. I'll take the Sanguine Relic. Yeah, the rest of this should be pretty easy now that we've got that online. Counter Violence is pretty good because now we can trigger crits. Even though we could never normally crit with this weapon, we could do that. So that's good. So anything that's like proc on crit or do something on crit, we can now do that even though we shouldn't have been able to with this setup. Alright, so see on these regular enemies, there's a little red circle. It's gonna be hard to see. They die so fast now. Those are the spore builds. Every time it hits 30, the spores explode. And if you didn't know, the radioactive gauntlet shoots 994,100 rounds per second. So it's like super fucking fast. It shoots a lot of rounds per second. We do a lot around here. And because we're doing the enhanced laser makes it so that we're hitting 4 enemies at once. So we're just putting out a lot of spores everywhere. Oh. We'll put our bloom out. Uh-oh, what? Fiery aggressive asshole? Thought I cleared all of your shit. We'll do that. Skill damage doesn't really matter. Why is radioactive better for this than the fire and electric gauntlet? Well, specifically, because I need to do the right click thing, if you remember. I do love Big Eater. So I want to have a weapon that I could do right clicks on. And the other gauntlets don't have a right click ability. So this one specifically works well with getting the big lucky shot from my spiritual blessing that gives me lucky shot for right clicks. If we weren't doing something with the lucky shot for that, then it really wouldn't matter what thing we have that shoots really fast, because that would still apply those spores really quickly. But since we're also trying to get the lucky shot on top of that, that's way better. Just give me more shield and armor, please. I'm not doing skill damage, so I don't care for that. Here we go. Here's a little trick for you. You could skip this elevator by coming up here. Like that. There's no reason to do that ever. I just like doing it. I just like it. I just think it's neat. Is this the only gauntlet that chains as well, or do they all chain? This is the only one that does the spreading. The other ones don't have the spread on them, so they can't hit multiple enemies. Resolute. I can take that because I want the bloodbath. That's fine. Starfly. I would have been willing to make Spore build work on Starfly, but we'll move on from that. No, I saw you guys sneaking up on me. The only thing that this isn't really good at excelling at is if you have any enemies that are enhanced with armored and they have a regular shield on them, because you do reduce damage to that because of the corrosion, and it just kind of sucks. The spores still do the same amount of damage, but the corrosion's not doing anything, and it just takes a while to murder them. Hey, Marshmallow of Legends, welcome in. How are you on this run? This run is going fine because we actually popped off with the spore build, but we had 2 failures before that because we weren't able to get it before the Act 1 boss, and I got absolutely shit on. We're only on reincarnation level 5. We still have 6, 7, 8, and 9 to go. But we have a lot of other characters to play. We have other builds to do. I can do the cube or dragon. Cube. Cube's fine. We still have to do dog, squirrel, tiger, and turtle for the last few runs. And I feel pretty good about tiger, and I feel pretty good about squirrel. There's a lot of good stuff with both of them. I really like turtle. I don't think he's like the strongest character in the game, but I do feel like I'm good with him. Dog, I wouldn't say I'm very good with, but he is very survivable. So even if we don't have like a strong run that melts bosses and stuff, I think we'll still win the run without too much difficulty. Yeah, we are getting some really good red numbers. In addition to our 200% lucky shot from Skilled Trick, this gauntlet's got a possibility to get 150% lucky shot for just constantly hitting things. I'll take long shot. Long shot does some extra weapon damage for us. But we're doing fine. We had a little hookup. We got a little hung up. We also got fucked up on our monkey run. Our reincarnation 4 with the monkey, we died real early on before I could get that one popping off. And I ended up going back to the start with like so little soul essence I couldn't rebuy the spiritual blessing I wanted. But the next run we ended up doing fine with, so it was okay. There we go. Just clearing this out little bit by a little bit. And now we're just going to start pumping our Argus, because this is where the damage for spores comes from. The damage is from the Argus. Technically it comes from both of them because it combines their damage, but if you look at the radioactive gauntlet, its damage at +8 is 44. Whereas the damage from the Argus is 193 times 13.65. So any amount of upgrading the damage on the radioactive gauntlet is not going to greatly affect our spore damage, whereas upgrading the Argus is going to massively improve spore damage. So that's why we upgrade the Argus. Even though we're holding the radioactive gauntlet out, most of our damage is going to come from the spores, and those spore damages come from the Argus. Did I just unlock the Dragon Chaser, even though we've had Dragon Chaser this whole time? I'm gonna say it right now. I think making a new save file doesn't actually work for the upgrade progression. I think the game looks at your Steam profile for what things should be allowed to spawn in the run and not off your save file. I could be wrong about that, but based off of this entire adventure, I feel like that's what's been going on. What's the name of the spiritual blessing for the right click again? That is going to be Skilled Trick. Skilled Trick is the spiritual blessing that gives you Lucky Shot for activating weapon skill. Alright, we have our forever guns, so we don't need to look at new guns. We could just focus on picking up other things. Let's get our... I mean, I guess we could technically get a better radioactive gauntlet than this. But I feel like I'd be betraying the baby that carried us through so much. Tal's happy. You can hear her chirping about. Upgrade and enhance scroll. Okay. So looking at the scrolls, there's a couple of these that would be really good if we were to get the enhanced version of them. Like, Enhanced Devouring Sword just gives you way more weapon damage, and we have 4 Curse Scrolls, so that's pretty good. Is there one that I would want to get outside of this? If we could get, like, Merciless Strike, that would be really good for us. There's a couple things like that. Should I or should I not do flashcards with simplified meaning? That's up to you. I don't feel like that should be necessary. Upgraded dual edge could be really good too. Yeah, maxes out the damage resistance. Veteran... Max shield or armor for every enemy we killed? Could be cool. We're not doing skill damage, that's it. 10% chance to deal 15%, an additional 15% of the enemy's max HP as true. 5,000, the number of players in your squad at most per hit. There's some good choices here. We could get rid of the damage reduction on that. This just increases the chance for buns to appear. Oh, this adds Lucky Shot! Oh, yeah, we gotta do that then. Alright, yeah. Give us more Lucky Shot per scroll so that we can get those red numbers even bigger. I want to see more digits. More red scroll digits. You. Enhance my Argus, thank you. I could hear you teleporting around, you son bitch. I forgot the enhanced Evil Devouring Sword gave the Lucky Shot. Oh, baby. Alright, Elite Gathering. Let's see how fast we toast these guys. It's not that fast. Oh, maybe I was hitting 2 different lobsters there at the same time. Goblet me. The chance to do a flying sword, sure. I do have Spirit Bible, so we will do that. Crits deal damage direct to the enemy. We do have counter violence on. So every other hit, we have a 50% chance, that is, of doing a crit. So we'll do direct damage a lot more often, which gets around the problem of shields stopping us. Let's do this. I already have a little bit of intangibility. That's fine. Little thank you for the head pads. Do I even have... Yeah, that's fine. Give me an extra refresh. On my golden goblet, we might need that going into chapter 4 to avoid taking an upgrade we don't want. I like the little sword-wielding catfish warriors. They're so excited to just run forward and swing. They got the little zoomies in their feet. Alright, Yaksha. Kill him before he even jumps into the arena. That could be a problem. There's not a goblet out there, is there? No. Okay. Another Argus? Doesn't matter. If the inscriptions don't flat increase damage in some way, then it doesn't matter, and I honestly don't think there's a way that happens. Deadly Curse. Coin Shot. Arms... Oh, man. I feel like I gotta go with Arms Dealer for the survivability. Deadly Curse is gonna get us killed more often, but it will make our damage so much better. And it gives us Ethereal Feline. I'll risk it for the biscuit. I'll take the extra damage. You know what? I think killing things faster, probably the way to go. We're not exactly a glass cannon, but that didn't help our survivability as much as it did our murder ability. If I do see paranormal, I'll take... Oh, I love Final Judgment. Preemptive Strike doesn't matter. And we'll get a couple more on our Argus. Get that up to 17. Let's get our 10... Oh, we're already at 10 stacks. Fantastic. All right, boat. We have to get close to the boat in order for the radioactive gauntlet to hit. So that's fine. We did it. It's a little scary because when those cannons break, they shotgun out a bunch of shots. The good news is that dealing with the second phase isn't too bad because we can just kind of slightly look at those cannon shots and we're good. There we go. I'm a little decayed right now, but it's fine. Alright. And you're dead. I'm losing... Damn it, I can't get rid of Pain for Gain. It's eating up all of my curse scrolls. Lucky shot after dashing. I need my curse scrolls for damage. It's eating up my curse scrolls. I gotta get rid of it. Oh, there we go. We can get some more back. Yeah, that's fine. We don't miss shots, so that's fine. Weapon upgrades cost more? Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Chance to be immune to all damage? I don't like that. I'm not doing lightning damage, so that doesn't matter either. Alright, we're stacked up on curses. That gives us an extra 120% lucky shot chance. Fake death could be good for us. We could probably get rid of overconsumption now. What is the bonus we get from that? It's been reduced by 68%, so yeah. Why don't we just take fake death? And we'll have our little Borderlands fight to survive thing if we need it. And I think that'll be fine. I think we'll be cool. Very cool. Yeah, our damage. Damage is looking nice. Immortal Penguin. Stop it. Powerful Bear. Alright. I would say we're looking okay. I would definitely like more damage and or more survivability. Depending on which final boss we get. If we get the Pole Monarch, I would be okay with more survivability, and if we get Gluttony, more damage. Because I feel like I don't get hit a lot on the Gluttony fight. But the Pole Monarch, I'm almost likely to get hit by something during all of that. Destroy a curse scroll. Can I just destroy something else instead? I want my curse scrolls. I want to get rid of the scroll that purifies them. That scroll is causing more problems than the curse scrolls are. Looking nice, looking nice. You can't even read the numbers. The red numbers fly by so fast and are so stacked on each other. I don't know what the white numbers are. I'm gonna guess those are some of the spore damage, but I'm not 100% on that. Make him say, da na na na. Yep, monkey, great job. So, the spore build on this fight can be a little annoying because this guy splits. And you will hit all of them at the same time. So you will sometimes force him to do the recombining a lot instead of killing him. But that went fine. Rampage. Elemental Convergence sounds like the right thing to take here, considering the amount of element we're doing. One more thing about the number of elements I'm doing a lot. Final Judgment is also helping out a lot with us. Alright, I just happened to pick the right one there. I'm not gonna say I chose him. Oh my god. Monkey. What a lad. Alright. Crafty man. Thank you. Even though we're paying more for that, I don't mind. We got so much money. Was it total damage or base damage that was multiplicative? Total damage is multiplicative. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Base damage is additive, total damage is multiplicative. There's not really like a keyword to let you know how most damage it works. That's just stuff you have to learn from the wiki. Sadly, they don't have like Path of Exile's way of doing it where they have like more or increased as the verbiage for it. There's just some things. Okay, like for example, this says 50% total weapon damage. That total weapon damage, you know, is multiplicative because it says total. That says total weapon damage, so that's there we go. Alright, I didn't have an option in the shop to explain it. Total weapon damage. Not a good choice. Alright, I didn't have another example. But generally, if it says damage, then it's additive. If it says total damage, I would have died there. I rounded the corner and got hit with a frost thrower. Thank you, Fight for Your Life. Very cool of you. It would have been a really sad place to lose this run. Alright, an elite fight. We'll take the extra goblet, because you're definitely giving me a goblet. Right? You wouldn't not give me a goblet game. Every time you see the white 9999999, you know that's the final judgment proccing with enemies on low health. That's all that means. They got low on health and they triggered the instant kill thing. I'm backing off. I'm not getting flicked. I'm burning. I'm burning. I'm burning to death. Holy shit, the burning damage was so much. That was so much burning damage. Not fair. Final Judgment is a scroll that says when an enemy is low on health, you do, you instantly kill them. Ugh. I feel like the glass cannon choice here is gonna get me killed. My negative 120 damage resistance is not fantastic. Negative 120 damage resistance is a lot of extra damage that we're taking. One, two. All right, stay away from me. All right, not that far away. Thank you. Get that bun for the extra shield. All right, that's one down. There we go. Huh. This increases my weapon damage all the time. This increases my rate of fire, which is better because that means we'll apply spores more often. Deflection shield's gonna get me killed if it is the Pole Monarch. So if it's Pole Monarch, we're just gonna drop the deflection shield. That's fantastic. If it's Gluttony, we'll hold on to it. Alright, it's Pole Monarch. We're gonna drop deflection shield. He covers ground way too fast, and he gets in on top of you, so that's just gonna deal extra damage to me constantly. I could have sold it from my inventory. Casual gunmanship's back. Cool, and we got bloodbaths, so we should get some extra HP. Thanks for the enhances. And let's go. Oh wait, let's get the 10 stacks first. All right, there we go. Dash back. Like that. Yep, thanks for all the nuts. Yep, that's a lot of nut. There we go. Holy shit, that was a romp. But we did it. We ended up with 1,000 soul essence, so we can spend about 800 on that. For the next talent tree use, yes, take me back to the end. We finally did it. It took 3 runs, but we beat reincarnation level 5. Fantastic. We unlock 6. Go to my talent tree. We can spend 1 more. There, and now we can get an extra reroll there and reduce damage taken when our shield breaks. That's wonderful. Everything else here is just going to be icing on the cake, so revive time we don't care for. Damage reduction sounds fantastic. I don't want to spend more than 50 here. Is there anything? No. All right, we're going to confirm that. Woo! All right, that one took a bit. That was a long episode, but we were able to get through it. We have beaten Reincarnation level 5. It is time to go to Reincarnation level 6, but we'll have to do that on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more in the future, subscribe. And if you have any of your own ideas for things to do in the future, why don't you leave those in the comments down below, because I have all the reason in the world to keep playing Gunfire Reborn. So we want to do stuff like this in the future. But until I talk to you next time, remember to take care of yourself and take care of those around you. Bye-bye.